Welcome to Intersec Pulse, part of Intersec Global and powered by Security Middle East magazine. I'm delighted to be here in the studio and joined by somebody who has been speaking at the Control Room Theatre at Intersec Global. That's Geoff Warr. Geoff is the co-founder and CEO of CTF Consoles, who, quite frankly, are pioneering the way in control room furniture. So, Geoff, thank you very much for joining us here.
Thank you for having me here, Ryan.
First of all, as the co-founder, can you talk to us about what inspired you to get this company started and what challenge you were trying to overcome as well?
So previously we had a company, my business partner and I, Fred Durford, called Orion Systems, and we were buying control room furniture from big brands around the world in Europe, UK and America. And we were fed up with the lead times being anything from 12 to 24 weeks. And so we thought, well, we could do that better here in the region for the region. And so CTF was born in 2016.
Fantastic. I mean, that lead time, it must be actually quite a nightmare for people who are trying to build and design control rooms, especially with such short timeframes as well. CTF are pretty well known, I would say now, for high quality bespoke designs. But apart from that, what do you think it is that really sets you apart from your competition in a crowded marketplace?
So being present here, being quick, being responsive, working the same hours, working the same days. You know, we've got different days of the week here. We've got Sunday to Thursday and Monday to Friday. So CTF have someone working 7 days a week covering these markets, and we respond, and we're obsessed with speed. So we call it competing against time, and we are trying to, when we launched, we were 2 week lead times, gone up to 4 week lead times, coming back down to 2 week lead times, and building the capacity to hit that. Because what happens in the Middle East is that they are designing all of these different facilities, these projects, and they go through the project and design it as they go. So by the time they get to the control rooms, which is the thing they're going to need chronologically last, they don't have much time to then order the equipment and get it all in. And they need it to be there just in time. When the room's ready, they can't commission the system before it's there, and they can't put it in before the room's ready. So they have this very short window, and CTF are able to help because we have the team here. So we deliver it and install it for them, so they don't have to worry about anything. And that's what we do. We make it easy for our customers to do business with us. That's our goal.
Amazing. And you know, you're developing at such a fast speed there, Geoff. How are you doing that whilst also balancing aesthetics, functionality, durability?
So we've got a really big team. I'd say we're lucky enough to have a great team. We've got about 90 people. We treat them really well. And we have a gym in the factory. We have canteens. Everyone gets their birthday off. We give lots of different perks and benefits. And we run 2 shifts. So we cover 18 hours a day, and we're looking to go to 24 hours a day, 6 days a week on the factory. So that's how we do it quickly. How do we make sure we have the quality? We follow the ISO 9001 processes. We have a quality control department. We are testing everything. But because we do it all in-house, whereas our competitors often subcontract parts of it, but because we do it all in-house, it means that we can be much quicker and also maintain the quality because it's all ourselves.
Incredible. Really does sound incredible. What a workplace.
Thank you. You should come visit.
Absolutely. And looking ahead to the future then, Geoff, are there key technologies or materials or even design trends that are getting you excited?
Yeah, so I think the exciting thing is that ergonomics are becoming more and more important. Going to say the A word, AI is coming along, and that's getting rid of a lot of the entry-level tasks that operators used to do. So that now the control room operator is being elevated, and rightly so in our opinion. And so they need to be treated well, they need to be kept comfortable, they need to be in ergonomic surroundings. And we're constantly looking to innovate. So we've just launched a plastic bottle top. So it's made from plastic bottles, and it can be internally recycled. So it's about 250 plastic bottles to make this top. It's better, it's stronger, it's more ergonomic than other tops. We've got special lighting that gives 24/7 lighting to keep the operators at peak performance, but also it winds down at the end so that they can sleep better rather than having this glare from these lights and screens all day. And then we're looking to keep adding new features. We've got these our iPads running on C control. It allows you to integrate all your consoles together. You can turn the lights off. You can integrate it with your PSIM systems. You can have alerts if something happens. We're now introducing the ability to order coffee, drinks, and food directly to your console. We launched that at Intersec Global. And we've also, next phase is to add in wearables such as this health tech like Whoops and Garmin's and Apple Watches to be able to monitor people's stress levels and attention levels in the control room.
Incredible. So you're really putting the operator at the center of the whole operation through the ergonomics.
Yes, we're trying to keep doing that. And we don't want to just be quick. So we started off just being quick, and our consoles weren't as good as the competition. Now we've got to being quick, and our consoles are good, or we would say better than the competition. And the next thing is to keep innovating and to be the leaders. So to constantly think of new technology, to constantly think of new console designs. So we like to launch at least one console design a year. In 2025, we launched our A-Class. In 2026, we've launched our S-Class. And we're also keeping on improving our meeting room tables and boardroom tables so that we have the full suite of products. We're always looking at new chairs, trying to make the ergonomics complete. And then we're looking at ways to just improve our existing products, to keep on re-engineering those. We reduced the number of parts on our E-Class console from 55 to 37, just to make it simpler to move, to ship, and to assemble for our teams.
Incredible. There are lots of moving parts there, but it sounds like you're really keeping on top of it for the customer as well. So Geoff, looking ahead to the future then, how do you see the future of professional grade control room furniture evolving?
Again, I think, like I said in my talk at Intersec Global, we see it going more focused on the operator. We have got a range of consoles that are designed to elevate the operator. We see sit-stand being as a standard, pardon the pun there, but we see sit-stand being the key feature that will be the base. Before, everything was fixed height. Now, I wouldn't be building a control room in the second half of the 2020s without having sit-stand as a standard feature. Mm-hmm. And it's extremely reliable because the technology that underpins it was first developed for hospital beds. And so you don't want your hospital bed breaking. So it's an extremely reliable, tried and tested material solution that will allow sit-stand to work for years to come.
Perfect. And where does CTF fit into that future then, Geoff?
So CTF fits in the future by being obsessed with control room furniture. We're not going to make KVM or video wall controllers or get into the software space for control rooms operations. We're not going to go and steal our partners' business. We want to work with our partners in partnership. So we work with different KVM and video wall controllers and screen companies to complete the solution. And what we want to do is support our integrator partners to deliver the best solution around the world, one-stop shop, as quickly as possible with the same level of service they've come to expect from CTF.
Incredible. Well, looking forward to what that future looks like, Geoff. Thanks again for joining us in the studio and shedding some more light on what you've been discussing in the control room theatre at Intersec Global. And I'm sure we will see you at future Intersec events.